of the gorgeous Hollywood Hills in sunny Southern California, it's the Late Late Show with Craig Kilborn. Ladies and gentlemen, the firecracker, Craig Kilborn. Thank you. Wow, whoa, settle down. Welcome to your Late Late Show. My name is Craig Kilborn. A huge show from the new movie, Scary Movie, opening this Friday. The one and only Carmen, Electra, is here tonight. And the #1 skateboarder in the world, skateboarding champion, the Hawk, Tony Hawk. And we had this gentleman on a few weeks ago as I was interviewing him. Now he's performing the Stone Temple Pilots. A huge show. So there is listen to this, a flight from Anchorage to Seattle had to make an emergency landing after a woman, this is a true story, threw a beer at the stewardess and bit the co-pilot, okay? So I just want to say to that woman, if she's watching right now, lay off the Colt 45, Mom. Well, TV news, there are plans for a 5th Star Trek series, and this time there's talk that they may have a gay crew member up there. Yeah, in episode 1, the captain orders everyone to set their phasers on fabulous, is what they're doing. Well, for the first time in 2 decades, the prison population in California has dropped. For the first time in 2 decades. To all you criminals out there, I have one piece of advice. Get off your asses. Come on. What's going on? If you're a criminal, be a criminal. I hate lazy people. And finally, this is my favorite joke of the night. I hope you enjoy it. According to a new study, overweight women, these are gals that have, you know, I don't know, junk in the trunk, I don't know what you say. Overweight women have the best sex life, is what they're saying. Now, there's one downside to sex with a big gal. After she's done, she rolls over and smokes a ham. I like that. Thank you. Big show. Here we go. Big show. We're very excited. You know, a lot of questions. Craig, how do you stay focused for your interview with skateboarding champ Tony Hawk after giving your all with the gorgeous Carmen Electra? How can one man be asked to do so much at such a late hour? Well, that's a great question. The short answer, ginkgo. The long answer, ginkgo biloba. Seriously, I'm kidding. I am a professional talk show host. That's why I can do it. My salary is based on hosting a talk show. Now, sure, I make a little bit extra with my calendar work, but who doesn't? Tony Hawk is a wonderful guest. But as a professional, I can also interview not so wonderful guests, and I can seem to really care about these people. Okay? This is this is kind of what I do. Let's say I had somebody here. Hey, what's down the line for you, Steve Gutenberg? Straight to video, you say? Nothing wrong with that, Goots. Hey, something like that. That's a little technique that I have, right? Or here's another one. Here's another one. Let's say I'm an enthusiast. Joe, do you really think America is ready for your one-man show, Piscopo in the Round? See how that... Hey, George Hamilton, tell us about your new breakfast nook in your new Malibu house. Okay? By the way, I'm just kidding, George, because I love you and you still look fantastic, George. So, this is the range that I have as a professional talk show host. The good news is that with Tony Hawk, I don't have to fake anything because he is the world's best skateboarder. I mean, you kidding me? Look at this. Look at that airspace. Yeah, in a word, rad. Gnarly to the max, huh? I can talk that way. Now, that's exciting. Now, this, to me, okay, Carmen, Electra, yeah, big deal, okay? I mean, you know, hey, she looks great in a bikini, you know? You know, don't we all? I mean, who cares? Here's the bottom line. We've got a great show tonight. Think of it like this. Carmen Electra is first. She's the spicy appetizer. Tony Hawk, the sorbet. Cleanses the palate for the main course, the Stone Temple Pilots. That is, to me, that is the perfect meal served to you nightly by your chef, professional talk show host, Mr. Craig Kilborn. Bon appetit.
In the News is brought to you by Really Tall Bank. Your money is safe because we put it on the top floor.
And our top story, the nation's top story, the new reality show Big Brother premiered tonight at 9 on CBS right after a new episode of Survivor. And there they are going inside. Wow. The participants were surprised when they entered the house and found one man already living there. 10 people will share 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, no TV, no phone, or as they call it in Cuba, alien's house. Bunch of wimps. For those of you unfamiliar with Big Brother, hey, watch more TV. In first night news, actor Sean Connery was knighted by Queen Elizabeth in a stirring palace ceremony yesterday. Things got a little out of hand. Queen Elizabeth touched Connery with a sword, and he punched her in the face. Meanwhile, Roger Moore was officially dubbed Sir Unemployed. The ceremony was a little rushed, as the Queen had to find time to knight Jack Klugman, Dennis Weaver, and rerun from What's Happening. In Wake Me When It's Over news, Japanese officials tested the world's first floating airport yesterday. Experts feel the floating runway will someday accommodate even the largest commuter or military plane. Experts also agree the floating airport will make an excellent observation deck for viewing the wreckage of all the planes that missed the runway. Thank you. Thank you so much. To make things even more exciting, each week one air traffic controller will be voted off the floating airport. Also from Japan, Japanese designers are working on a supersonic plane that could cut the flight time between Japan and the U.S. to 5 hours. Planners say the plane could carry about 250 passengers, or maybe one Mr. Lizard named Godzilla, who saunters on board in Tokyo and just 5 hours later crushes all of Seattle beneath his giant scaly feet. In Sister Act news that I can tolerate, Venus Williams upset the #1 seed Martina Hingis in yesterday's Wimbledon quarterfinal to set up a semifinal match with her sister Serena. Father Richard Williams says, win or lose, he'll be proud of both daughters, especially the one who wins. In Look Away If You're Squeamish news, the hit show Survivor got interesting this week when Richard decided to spend the rest of his time on the island naked. And when it came time to vote, everyone voted themselves off the island. Hey, bacon fans, 4th of July was a big deal in Fremont, California, where they held their annual pig races Look at those little tigers go. The winner was then paraded down a long metal victory ramp and into the room of champions, where they pinned a giant medal through his brain. And finally, hey, Mr. Announcer, what time is it?
It's time to play What Offensive Thing Has Jeff Written on His Cue Card?
Okay, here are the choices. Is it A, this bit sucks, B, bite me, Kilborn, or C, lame? Jeff, turn over the card. Let's see what it is.
Sorry, the answer was D. None of the above, bitch.
And this has been What Offensive Thing Has Jeff Written on His Cue Card?
We'll be right. There's your news right back with Carmen Electra. Your Late Late Show. When she's done making love, she turns over and smokes a ham. You can say that all night. I love that. What a show. We have beautiful Carmen Electra. I don't know what she's wearing. We're going to find out together. Then it's Tony Hawk, skateboarding champion. That's going to be riveting. I'm going to ask him some tough questions. And then STP. Hey, Craig, Mr. Kilborn, who's on the show later this week? Well, let me just take a break and tell you. Oh, Thursday, from Party of Five, it's Lacey Sherbet. Is that her name? Sherbet, right? Something like that. She's very attractive, very talented. From Loveline, Dr. Drew Pinsky. And then Friday, the Wayans brothers, Sean and Marlon, have got Scary Movie. And the rock and roll band Convoy had a big hit in the 70s, Convoy. My first guest was Queen of the Beach as the star of Baywatch. Her latest film, Scary Movie, opens this Friday nationwide. Please welcome the lovely, the talented Carmen Electra! I don't know what you just did, but I liked it.
I couldn't resist.
When the music...
Oh, me so horny. We love you long time. You know that song,
yeah.
Crew.
Is that what...
You can't resist when you hear that song.
Why did we have that when you walked out? Why would we have that being played? That's it's what I told them to do, but why would we... How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, they're telling me this movie is, they're saying it's going to make a lot of money, Scary Movie, and they say it's raunchy.
It is a little raunchy. Well, it's like a guilty pleasure. When I was watching the movie, it's like you're laughing, but you can't really believe you're laughing at it. Keenan Ivory Wayans directed the movie, and basically it's a spoof on Scream, Halloween, The Matrix, The Sixth Sense.
It's a spoof of the Scary Movies.
Yeah, it's a spoof, because Scary Movies are so ridiculous.
I think that... I agree, but wasn't Scream a spoof of us? Wasn't that already a spoof? So this thing you're doing is a spoof.
Yeah, and I play the...
Which is something I say with my girls sometimes.
Really?
Where I say, hey, how about a little spoof? But that's... I'm very creative at home, unlike on the show.
That's very important.
So why don't you like Scary Movies, or you do? You just think they're silly?
Yeah, most of them are silly. You know, there's a scene from Scary Movie where I'm running away from the killer, and he rips off my skirt, rips off my blouse. I'm in a bra and panties. I'm running...
We all look good in bras and panties. That's the way to go.
I'm running through the front yard, and the water sprinklers come on, and I'm soaking wet, doing that slow-motion Baywatch run.
Right.
Pretty ridiculous, and then I just start working the camera. So it's pretty silly.
That's not scary. That's... But is it one of those things, do you have the typical scenes where you're running and you trip like in a forest?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I trip and fall. You know, it's cool because Keenan went in and sort of allowed me to make fun of my own personal life. So we rewrote a lot of the script, and it's cool because it gives...
you and Keenan rewrote some of the script?
Yeah, yeah.
Walk us through that. Where do you go? You go to his office?
I'm gonna
How does that work?
No, actually on the set, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just on the set. He made a lot of changes, and so it's cool because I really get to make fun of myself and show people that I have a good sense of humor. So.
Right. Do you dance in it?
Do I dance?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because we all like it when you dance.
Really?
Did you like scary movies as a child? Did you like, because they're different back then. They weren't spoofs, they were real scary movies.
I like those 70s scary movies, The Exorcist, The Omen.
Those were great.
Amityville Horror. Those were the good scary movies.
Classic.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I can remember watching it with my mom, because my mom loved scary movies, and I couldn't sleep in my own bed. I was so afraid I would end up sleeping with her, so...
I always, you know what I thought was a scary movie?
What?
Three Amigos.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I thought those guys are so talented, and it just didn't quite work out. What was The Exorcist? That was Linda Blair, right?
Yeah.
Where her head spun around, right? And she was she was gifted, and then she surprised us all by dating Rick James. Remember that? Did you know that?
That's right, she did.
Where did that come from?
I don't know.
You know? Carmen, Electra, Rodman. It was one of those weird, you know? No, I mean, you know, I'm a big basketball fan. I think Rodman's great, but I was always surprised. Maybe I was jealous because I could never rebound, and that was my problem. What is a big star like you? It was yesterday was the 4th of July. What did you go to, like, celebrity parties? What did you do?
Well, I really want. So funny. I really wanted to just have a really mellow 4th of July. So I went to Malibu with my girlfriend, and there was about 3 different parties going on, and all these celebrities were there.
Who was the biggest name you saw?
You, Craig.
I wasn't the biggest name, but I ran into you. I never go.
Stern was there.
I never go out. I went out, and there I saw on the beach walking towards us Carmen Electra, and the big man, the king of all media, Howard Stern. You guys were together.
No, we weren't together.
Well, you were walking together.
Yeah, yeah.
And you looked good together.
Oh, my God.
What are you guys, just buds?
Yeah, we're friends.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a nice guy.
Well, that's what's so crazy, because when you're famous and you go somewhere to a club or to a party, and people see you talking to another famous person, all of a sudden, you guys are getting married and having babies, and it's just like, it's so ridiculous.
No, you're not going to get married. You guys might have babies, but you're not going to get married.
No, I'm totally against marriage.
That's ridiculous. Howard's a nice guy. So you guys,
yeah, he is. He's a nice guy.
You guys, it just was funny because there were other people there, and then you guys...
Mark Wahlberg was there.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I want to say Marky Mark so badly, but I won't. He did the show last...
He gets mad,
I don't know, I haven't found out, but he did the show last week, and I just wanted to say, Marky Mark! And everyone said, Craig, don't do that. But Howard, it was a great moment, because I got to be honest, on the 4th of July, I'll have a cocktail. You know, one cocktail.
Oh, yeah, right.
So I had a little...
Looks like a little bit more than that, Craig.
It was a light beer. It was a light beer. And then I see Howard Stern, you know, 6'5", tall guy, and there's you walking on the beach in Malibu. And I said, am I drunk, or what is going on here? But you guys did look good together.
Oh, my God.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
He's trying to make it into something.
I'm done.
Not.
I'm done. Okay. They said you'd crack and admit it. But anyways, what's your real name, by the way?
Tara Patrick is my real name.
Tara Patrick. And why did
Irish name.
Is it?
Yeah.
And who came up? Oh, I know who came up with Carmen Electra.
Yeah, the artist.
The artist. This is an old story, yeah. Carmen Electra. Are you going to keep that forever, you think? Or you ever go back to...
I don't know. You know, sometimes I feel like Tara is more of that person that's more innocent and more naive and more, you know, afraid of rejection. And Carmen Electra is more like the aggressive one that just gets the job done, and she knows what she wants. And I think sometimes, you know, being so in this business and really pushing forward and really trying to, you know, take charge of my career, you kind of forget about, you know, that vulnerable person.
I want to see Tara. I want you to let your hair down and be Tara. And just the little girl from Cincinnati, right?
That's right.
Were you always like this? Were you always, you know, a hot thing? I I mean, when were you, like, in 5th grade? Is that when you showed your belly? Did you, like, wear a bare midriff in 5th grade, or did you wait till 8th grade? Or did you always know you had...
Well, I'm a dancer, you know. I studied ballet. I was in a ballet company when I was 12 years old. So, you know, I was used to showing my body and you know, you wear tights and a leotard. So, I mean, I've never really been afraid of my sexuality. You
That's
know,
beautiful.
It's not such a big deal.
All right, 5 questions when we come back.
And now, tonight's Late Late Show trivia question. What is the prettiest color? A, red. B, blue. C, green. D, yellow. The answer when we return. And now, the answer to tonight's Late Late Show trivia question. If you said B, blue, you were correct. Here once again, Craig Kilborn.
So, back with the lovely Carmen Electra. So, you were hanging out here in L.A. for the 4th, but isn't Miami one of your favorite cities, Miami?
Yeah, I love Miami.
What do you do down there? Why do you like it down there?
It's just, you know, I love Cuban food, and I love the beach, I love the weather, I love the nightlife, and people there
I like to
just...
boogie. Sorry, I'm bad.
And people there are just so open and free. It's just fun. I mean, here it just feels like everything closes down so early.
Suffocating.
Yeah,
I'm suffocated in L.A. I need to be free. I need to go down to South Beach and just smoke a ham with my woman. That's what I want.
By the way,
you
looked really, really cute.
When?
At the barbecue.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're so shy, and you had your little baseball cap on.
Little ball cap. I'm a very shy guy. I had my little light beer.
It's cute.
And my... I had a nice outfit on. My wardrobe guy picked out 3 outfits for me. I changed 3 times yesterday at the beach house. Pulled on a little sweater around 5. And, you were... There's Howard and Carmen. I was waving goodbye to you, too.
Oh, I was looking at you.
Oh, isn't she a sweetheart? It's time for 5 questions! We've done the show before, and you got a perfect 5 out of 5 last time. And, of course, that's not going to happen tonight.
No.
We start with geography. What NBA city was Dennis Rodman in when he kicked a courtside cameraman in his nether region? Remember where that was?
Yeah.
Where was that?
It was in Chicago.
I wish it... No, it was in Minneapolis. There was a road game in Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm saying?
All right.
The category is science. Complete this trio. Proton, neutron...
Electron.
Oh, very good. Oh! I didn't want you to get that. What 1990 TV show by David Lynch is still considered groundbreaking? David Lynch TV show, 1990.
That's a hard one.
For Carmen Electra.
I don't know. Blue Velvet.
Twin Peaks.
Good one.
Thank you. Can you list all 4 of Prince's official names?
Prince.
That's 1.
The artist.
That's 2.
Tap Cap.
What the hell's that? Is that what you...
The artist formerly known as Prince, and so people would call him Tap Cap.
Wow. Wow about that. That's good.
See?
And I think there's...
Eric, give me the pen.
There's one more. Oh, you're going to do the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, she's actually drawing the symbol, which is the correct... That's the 4th answer. You know, look at that. The symbol right there. Wow. Well, this final one is for a very good score of 4 out of 5. Can you pop? I know you like to dance.
Yeah.
Can you pop and or break to this 1983 hit as we saw? I don't know if you can or not. I don't know if you can. Oh, my Lord. Look at that. Whoa, are you kidding me? Wow. We're back in Malibu. Suddenly, it's the 4th of July. We're in Malibu. That was great. Carmen Electra, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with Tony Hawk. That was great.
Get off your half pipes and stay tuned. Championship skateboarder Tony Hawk is next. Then fasten your seatbelts for Stone Temple Pilots. Right after this.
Welcome Welcome back. That was kind of nice with Carmen Electra. She was kind of a softer, gentler Carmen we saw today, and yet still in touch with her sexuality, which is always important when you're Carmen Electra. My next guest is the greatest skateboarder of all time. You can see his remarkable maneuvers this summer at a city near you on the Tony Hawk Gigantic Skate Park Tour. This is Tony Hawk! Nice to see you again.
Oh, you too, thanks.
Is this for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
This is a skateboard.
Yeah, I thought it'd be safer without the wheels.
Sans the wheels. This is something I can probably get on and not get hurt.
Yeah,
I
hopefully.
appreciate that.
All right, thanks.
Or I can use this at home again when we play Spoof Spoof. Tony, I've interviewed you before, and I can't believe you make a living. This is your full-time job.
Pretty much, yeah.
You get a lot of money to skateboard.
Well, not just skateboarding. I own a couple of companies. So I have a skateboard company called Birdhouse and a clothing company called Hawk Clothing and Hawk Shoes as well.
Do you make skateboards with wheels also?
Yeah, we make all the components. Yeah.
Okay. But what is your typical day? You get in your car and drive to the playground, and then
I have a couple kids, so typical day starts with one of them waking up early,
right,
and getting the older one off to school. He's 7, and then just taking care of business all day, faxes, emails, phone calls, and going to skate later on in the day. So you skate if I'm home.
Do you skate every day?
Pretty much, yeah.
And what do you go down the side? I don't like the kid. I don't like the kids on the sidewalk. I'm walking down the sidewalk, and I hear some punk kid coming on a skateboard, and I got to move out of the way. And I think we all want to give him one of these clotheslines.
Well, you don't have to. I'm sure that they could navigate you pretty well, but...
Yeah, but I like to, when I walk, I like to kind of bop around.
Okay.
I walk with a bounce in my step,
right.
and the punk kids. Do you think some of these skateboarders are punks?
No, I don't think so.
Because
I grew up as a skateboarder.
But you're a family man, you know?
I am, but I had my whole youth phase and going through all the...
Were you ever a punk?
I don't know. I think I was considered more new wave than punk.
Okay. Why did they skateboard on sidewalks?
Well, regardless of transportation, you know, just the challenges that they pose, like the handrails, the benches, and whatever you can't find at a skate park.
What about pedestrians? Is that
pedestrians are more obstacles to navigate around.
Yeah. Could you see, maybe you've walked before somewhere, I don't know. Could you see where it's a little irritating or not?
I can. I guess in certain situations it's not appropriate.
Okay. Now, are you considered an old man for skateboarding?
Yeah, basically at 32. But the age limit is getting pushed up every day, so... You know,
there's an age limit?
Well, not the age limit, but like the pros are in their mid-20s now, whereas a few years ago they were probably early 20s, even teens. So, you know, I'm definitely the oldest guy out there, but like I said, it keeps getting pushed up.
Could you be 50 and still skateboarding?
Wow. Maybe with some medical advancements, yeah.
Yeah, you could. How do you come up with the crazy moves in the air? What do you
basically just getting ideas, like trying to combine different tricks, and I'll be falling asleep and think of something and write it down and try it the next time I go skate.
You'll be falling asleep?
Yeah. Well, you know, when your mind's really clear, that's when I start to get my best ideas.
Right. And what is your famous move called?
900 was last year at the X Games.
What is the 900?
It's a 2.5 spin in the air, like a double somersault.
Is it supposed to be like 900 degrees?
900 degrees, yeah.
And I think, where'd you do it at?
At the X Games last year in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. I think we have, this is the Tony Hawk, I think we have video of the 900 spin.
Yeah?
And let me, yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah, that's it. There it is. It's kind of cute, huh?
That was actually the Twin Peaks 900.
That was the Twin Peaks 900.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. You're friends with Tom Green?
Yeah.
We've had Tom on a number of times.
Yeah,
How do you know
awesome.
Tom?
Just through a mutual friend. He grew up as a skater in Canada, and I knew another guy from Canada.
And have you done stuff with Tom?
Yeah, he invited me on his show. We went to New York and skated through all these stores in Manhattan, like boutiques and delis, and next thing I knew, I was on my stomach going through a Chinese restaurant, following him around. got kicked out of a couple
So
places.
you guys were popular.
Yeah, right.
It must be boring for you hanging out with me because we're just sitting in chairs here. If you want to crawl, we can crawl to Carmen's dressing room and just kind of...
Good enough with Tom.
Tell me, some of the people might not, they might have missed Police Academy 4.
Oh, yeah.
We saw, I think there have been 7 of them or so. I missed 1 through 7. But you were in 4?
I was actually David Spade's stunt double for the first week of shooting, and then I got fired, basically, because I didn't look enough like him.
Because you're over 5'5", or because Dave's an old friend? But how did they fire you?
They just kind of said, oh, yeah, you're going to go back, and suddenly a friend of mine that looks much more like David Spade was flying to Toronto to shoot.
Wow. And how many years ago was that?
Oh, what was that, like 87, I think?
Were you the Tony Hawk then, or were you just Tony Hawk?
I don't know. I can't really decipher which one is.
No, I mean, were you the skateboarding champ?
I was skateboarding, yeah. I was.
You were still the guy, way back then, and they got rid of you.
They did, yeah. Well, I was growing at that point. So.
Yeah. What is this thing, Gigantic Skate Park Tour?
Basically, it's a tour that enables us to do exhibitions in the growing number of skate parks across the country. So we take live professional skating to crowds that maybe had never seen it. And,
so they're real skate. There are places that are skate parks.
Yeah, and they're
they
growing.
have sidewalks and trees and pedestrians, or are they just
you can pay to be a pedestrian at the skate park if you want to be bothered.
Really?
No,
okay. That's good.
No, basically, there's so many cropping up that we decided we wanted to take live exhibitions to the people, and not in a competition format where we're really restricted to be conservative. There's a lot more spontaneous action that we have, and basically document it the whole way. So it's kind of like the real world meets the X Games.
Oh, I like that. There's your pitch right there. Yeah. No, but is this to popularize skateboarding, or is it to make lots and lots of money?
Wow. I think probably just to popularize skateboarding. I don't think the pay would be what you consider lots and lots of money.
Yeah, there you go. It is a pleasure seeing you again. Big fan of yours. You're going to stick around for the Stone Temple Pilots?
Yeah, of course.
They're coming up. Big hand for... One of the joys of doing your show in the entertainment capital of the world, Hollywood, is that sometimes the stars come out here and are in the audience. And tonight we want to present our star-studded audience. Yes, sir?
Our star-studded audience.
We've got some big names in the house tonight. He is an Oscar-winning writer, but more importantly, he is H.O.T. hot. No, not Matt Damon. Ben Affleck is here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How about a nice hand for Ben Affleck? Also here tonight, he was the second frontman for Van Halen and now owns his own line of tequila. Give a giant Cabo Wabo welcome. Sammy Hagar is here tonight. Sammy Hagar. Some of you might be a little young, but he sang Maggie May in the 70s. Now you know him as Mr. VH1. Mr. Rod Stewart is here. Nice hand for Rod Stewart. And finally, his father brought us hits like Roadhouse and Ghost. Meet Patrick Swayze's son, Rich Swayze, is here tonight. Where are you, Rich? Here, Rich. There he is. Good to see you guys. Glad you could get tickets. That's our show tomorrow from Party of Five, Lacey Chabert and Dr. Drew Pinsky from Loveline. Good night, everybody. Thank you.